What's going on, my peoples, and I go by name the Sorcerer, and I wanted to do something slightly different today. So, as you know, or if you may not know, I usually do tarot readings on a 4 weekly basis, and I wanted to just sort of like take a pause. I really wanted to express to you my journey so far, what's been going on, what I've been up to, what I've learned, in essence, my own journey. And this is something that I wanted to share to you, something a little bit more personal. I haven't, if I'm being honest with you, I haven't really responded towards people's comments. If anything, I've been sort of like isolating myself for the meantime. I love creating content, I love helping people, but my current energy has been a little bit of just protecting my space and my time. And I thought this would be the perfect time to express to you what's been going on. So, as you know, I'm going through a journey. I'm currently in Bangkok, Thailand. So, yes, Thailand, very, very beautiful country, beautiful people, excellent service. But most importantly, I've discovered more about my own self during this time. During this journey that we've called life, I've really had a lot to think about, and that is to do with my own life, the idea of like just light and dark, life and death, people I've had to help with, had to experience a lot of like trauma as well as uncovering my own trauma. It's been quite a lot to unpack. In fact, it's been quite a journey for myself, and I've had to sort of protect my own my health, spiritual health, my physical health, my mental health, and it's been a bit of a, I'd say tough journey. But at the same time, it's something that I would welcome because it's created a experience in my life that's made me a lot more stronger. As I've been really connecting towards my own relationship with spirituality and my guides, and listening towards, my when I go right into your deeper self, where I'm sort of self-reflective of who I am, it's really uncovered and brought a lot of pain into like my current life, because I've brought it up to the top. I've realized I've suppressed a lot of pain in my life, and the best way I've been trying to deal with it is speaking openly to my wife and actually loving myself even more. I've realized that because you've been brought up in a city such as London, there's this London mentality, very much similar towards the New York mentality, where everything's hustle and bustle. You have to move in a certain type of way. And to be honest with you, Thailand, or Bangkok specifically, has really helped me slow down, and actually made me realize that I've got to be more present with my emotions and how I feel. And all of this is still part of the process. But as I uncovered this type of way of slowing things down, I actually realized that there were a lot of things I've suppressed, and the things that I've suppressed were feelings that of pain, hurt, and it's brought up to the boil. And I'm not here to basically, it's not a sort of like woe is me. I just wanted to be honest with my audience, and part of me essentially growing is letting you know my authenticity, my pain. I'm just as, I feel things as well. I feel things, I go through things, and it's easier just to present yourself in the camera. But to those that really have shown me support and love, I just want to say a big massive thank you, especially for those that had to not heard from me, because I was enduring something and I didn't want it to be a situation where I was suffering in silence. In fact, I have to credit my wife as well, who's been an absolute amazing woman, amazing wife, amazing just in general support system. And I wouldn't know what what I would be like if I didn't have her. But to go back to the point where I'm telling you more about my experiences, I've obviously had a lot of spiritual activations. In fact, I'm been very open from source, and this has left me very delicate and vulnerable. But I'm very thankful because it's giving me a lot of ways to think about my own relationship above of myself, my inner child, and it's given me a lot of perspective of no matter what happens, the journey of my life has to start and end with loving myself. And I haven't been loving myself for quite a while. I've struggled to do so, and just because I'm a person that heals, that guides, I'm no exception to the rule. In fact, I should be more aware of that. But, the human side of me, sometimes we try to give, and now I'm just being very vulnerable with you. It's been very tough. In fact, I'm not gonna hide this, but I've been quite emotional. These emotional feelings that I've had to go through, especially my feelings of being vulnerable, delicate, I don't know if I'd been able to open this up if I was stuck in London. Now that I'm in Bangkok and having to sort of reflect and process things, I can honestly say that this has truly been a blessing in disguise. That my energy as itself to listen, to really internalize my thoughts, and as well as using my gifts has really helped myself, and it's going to obviously help people around me. So this is really just a way of saying I love you all, I thank you. And if you felt intuitively that I've been sort of like disassociating myself, it's only because I was just protecting myself, and that I wanted to make sure that the best remedy of what I'm going through is care and nurture and love. That's I have to focus with myself. And as I'm going through this journey and adventure, I've realized the importance of showing that love and grace. I think grace is something that I don't give myself a lot to, and now that I've taken a step back and sort of really focus more about what's important for me, gratitude and grace has been one of my biggest things I've been doing for myself. And one thing I will say, if you feel like this resonates with you, or you feel like this has just been something that if it resonates or it aligns with your ideas, guys, nothing will change without loving yourself. And loving yourself in all forms, even if it causes you to challenge or evoke emotions that you may not be ready to, I would say that the best course of action is to internalize these things and appreciate the part of you, even if it's very difficult. Because the part of you that you may perceive as a source of weakness or something that you don't see as a strength is actually a strength as it is. But you've got to be immersed and embrace that this is part of your life and something that will understand that's truly you. One of my biggest things was, guys, I'm gonna be honest, right? As I'm getting more aligned towards my own guides and listening to other type of spiritual entities that are there, I want to let you know something, that all of this is to make sure that regardless of any of that, right, it's all about how you feel about yourself. Because without self, nothing matters. Everything becomes irrelevant. And if you start to disassociate yourself with your own self, things will eventually start to slip away. And then that's when there is a gray matter, a line where you do not see, right? And it's easy to fall out of that, all right? Now, I want to let you know something. And I've been saying this to to my wife and a lot of people that I speak to, close people. If you look after self, the rest will follow. And spiritual hygiene is the most important thing. It doesn't matter if you're starting to feel things, grounding is more important. Giving love, showing love to people that show love to you is very important. Giving love to yourself is the most important thing. And being loved and being in love with your authenticity is the highest form of you being a spirit in this reality. I'm no exception to the rule. But there's one thing, is that without loving yourself, it means nothing. You're everything. So that being said, I hope this message, and if it resonates, I hope it gives you some form of clarity. All right? Keep shining, guys, always. And remember, even if they don't see it, you see that you are the spirit in this reality. Take care. Bye now. Sorcerer.